Alright, so this week we come to one of the most controversial issues in our class, and that is abortion. And I'm just going to reiterate the caveat and that I'd ask you to please be respectful of your classmates and respectful of all views. You don't have to agree with them, but you do have to respect them. And if you are going to propose a view, you better well be able to defend it academically. So you better well be able to think through your argument all the way, rather than just say, this is what I believe. Remember, in a philosophical setting, you have to be able to say, this is why I believe what I believe. So this week, or last week, I'd gotten a lot of questions about the post and what I was exactly looking for. So I thought in this video what I'll do is explain what I want you doing in the post this week, because it is a little bit different, and it could be a little bit uncomfortable, but I hope not, because I hope you can really frame this well. And so what I'd like you to do is do the reading for this week, watch or view the resources on abortion, and then I'd like you to find someone who you trust, or who maybe is a coworker or a neighbor or a family member, and I'd like you to ask them the simple question of legal limits on abortion. Don't just jump into should we have abortions or not. Just ask them about the legal interface with abortions, and then record their answer. And what I want you to do is basically question them a little bit, because I want you to see if they are thinking of the kinds of things that came up in our resources. Are they thinking of the concept of personhood? Are they thinking of the legal limits on a person's autonomy? So take what they say and then try to categorize it in terms of the ethical issues here. And I'm not saying you should start a huge conversation or anything like that, but really try to have this be a measured question that you pursue a little bit, because what you're trying to do here is you're taking a normal citizen and you're trying to see if they do think of these pieces of ethical inquiry and then put them into the right boxes. And then you can take it a little bit further and say, okay, I see the fallacy, or I see where this argument breaks down because the person wasn't considering this. If you agree with them, wonderful, and just say this is why. But what I really am trying to get you to think about is, when we go out into the world and we're talking to people who maybe haven't thought about this in a philosophical, ethical way, are people missing parts of the discussion and parts of the larger question when they just make a decision? Oh yes, all abortion should be legal. Oh yes, all abortion should be illegal. And are there ways that thinking about it deliberately can help people to kind of put these things in boxes? And is your approach to the issue now a little bit different because of some of the words and terms that you now know? Can you see the holes in an argument, or can you see where someone is really thinking of something but maybe not using the same terms we would? So hopefully this will be a good little experiment for you, and it will get you to really at once be out in the real world but be looking with a kind of philosophical lens. Alright, hope you have fun with that. And so just I'm asking for a report of how that discussion went. And other than that, I hope you have a great week. Next week we do have our first essay, so you might want to look ahead and see that. Some of you write that many words anyway, so don't be worried about it. It's just the post form will go away and we'll have our first submitted essay. Alright, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.